There are lots of great teachers in the world of the golf swing. David Ledbetter, Dennis Pugh, Chris Como, you name it. There's loads of them. My favourite is Alex Hay, the late great Alex Hay, who's my favourite coach, who's my mentor. But there's an even better teacher than all those names, and that is improvisation. Improvising a task is the best way of learning something that's effective but instinctive. When you're starting off in golf and you're thinking about your grip and your posture and all the things, no matter how simple we try and keep it, there's a lot of information. Two of my playing heroes, Lee Trevino and Seve Ballesteros, came from fairly poor backgrounds and only had one club when they were youngsters. I think it was a 3-iron in Trevino's case and a 5-iron in Seve's case. And Seve practiced on the beach and made a little golf course out there and putted on the beach and all those sorts of shots. And Trevino became very, very effective at playing with just the one club. In later years, he would bet large amounts of money on the scores that he could make just using a 3-iron. He was a great gambler, Trevino, and he won lots of money with all sorts of strange bets, even taping up a Dr. Pepper's bottle and playing golf with a Dr. Pepper's bottle. But why do I mention them? Well, because they had one club, and that means if you've got one club, you've got to improvise all the different shots. So even in this stage of your development, in this series of going from scratch to scratch, improvising and learning little shots are key to instinctive learning. If it's all theory, if it's all about the brain, the body tends to seize up. So let's just recap. Having gone through grip and posture, we learned that the primary movement, the igniter of the backswing, was the Y shape of the shoulder, arm and club. So I would think about my left shoulder turning to take the club head back. So I just find out, what can that do? So here's a full one, here's a 3/4 version, and here's half a version. So let's just see what I can do with those. So I'm 150 yards from this flag. I'm not going to get all the way there. Okay. I'm just going to do the 2/3 swing, keeping the Y shape together. So I've hit quite a sweet full shot. Gone just around, pitched around on the 100-yard mark. Okay, I think you can recognise also the ball curved gently from right to left. It means I hit it sweetly. Okay, let's just give you a smaller version of that. Not quite the full, but more to about here. How far does the ball go from there? And the answer is not as far. I caught that a little bit thin. You notice that, you could hear it. The ball slipped off to the right. Now you might say, well, that was a bad swing. It wasn't, it was a bad shot. My swing was okay, but I didn't mistime it. So I don't alter anything, I just go back and try again. So the small backswing, 3/4 movement, good. And I got the swish better on that one. So if I just go to a little half a swing with the Y shape, half of a half is a quarter. So this is a little sort of chip and run shot. So that's all it is. But we're just finding out what we can do just by distance control. So the father of the golf swing, the backswing is the shoulders start the swing, and you've understood that. So as we moved on, as the swing lengthened, we understood that the forearms could rotate and release in the swing. If they rotated and released, you get draw spin. If you rotate and stayed there, you get a fade. So let's hit some little hooky shots, okay? I'm going to hit you a small one, a medium one, and a long one. So let's just stand here, and we're going to make the ball bend a bit from right to left. Just a little quarter swing. Even that little shot, you can see the ball curving, and you see how it's releasing? Because there's draw spin, top spin on that shot. Okay, let's go up to slightly larger. Looking for draw spin. Ball curving. Not very much, to be honest. I probably had a bit of fade spin on that one. So I hit it sweetly. I didn't quite control the shot. In tennis terms, I was going down the line, didn't quite spin it. The ball kicked outside the tram line, lost the point. So on this one, I'll see if I can just re-establish the draw spin on the way through. Small backswing. So you see the ball curving, and releasing. Now, if I give you a full version of my shoulder turn with forearms, I'm probably going to get the ball up around the 150-yard marker. So here's the biggest of the three. This is a shoulder turn with quite a lot of forearm rotation in the backswing. So I'm getting up to a 3/4 swing. You see the ball curving. Okay. So that's draw spin, top spin. Hits the ball strongly, makes the ball release. Good if the flag is at the back of the green. But let's go the other way now. So what I'll do, I'll just change the colour of the arrows for us so we can see the different shape of shot. So all those little draw shots that I was hitting had the yellow vapour trail. So, same pre-shot routine. I'm just going to start small this time, little quarter chip with an open face. Okay. Now what you'll find is the harder I hit it, the higher it will fly, and generally the more it will slice. So a little half a movement, just about here, leave the face trailing. Even now the ball's starting to curve. Now because I'm aiming straight at the flag, the ball's starting and then moving away. If there's a tree in my way, I would aim left before I faded it, okay? But at the moment I'm just showing you what fade spin does, okay? Square stance, going back and just allowing the forearms to trail. It gives you an understanding of where a fade shot comes from. So, this is big shoulder turn, and this is cut spin, a fade spin. So I'm just delaying the hands as they come through. So we're going higher and strong, but every shot's just got a little bit of left to right on it. Now, let's suppose there's something in the way. I've got to aim left. So, what I'm not going to do is aim left by pulling my right foot back. My left foot back, sorry. The ball will be outside my right foot, okay? So this is the wrong way of opening a stance. Okay, the ball's too far back. What I must do is I must go around a circle, and now my body is aligned left. The good thing is the ball position is still true. So here we go, here's bog standard, round the circle, and that can hit a little tiny cut shot just from out to in. Here we go. Ball starting left of the white line now, and then curving back. So here's the square stance, round the circle, slightly bigger shot this time, but we're going to get some fade spin. Ball starting left, coming back to the line. Now I'm not thinking about the position of my swing, I'm just playing around with movement, okay? I'm moving, I'm improvising, I'm not worrying about positions at all. Okay, let's hit a fairly full shoulder turn and we'll hit a big cut. So around the circle to aim left. The club face goes with me, by the way. If I went round the circle and turned the face back, the ball would go straight and turn. In other words, I'd hit the tree. If there's a tree in my way, as I go around the circle, this face must be pointing. If I just put this magnetic marker on the face, here's me aiming down the white line, okay? Now, what a lot of people do is they go around the circle and they open the face. Well, they're going to hit the tree. What you can see is when I do this, I go around the circle and the face goes with me. You can see the stick is going left of the tree. All right? So, here we go. Aiming left, fairly full movement. You can see the ball curving and coming back to the line. I caught that a fraction thin, so I didn't get quite as much spin as I was hoping for. Let's try that one more time. Normal setup, round the circle, send the ball to the left, but leave the forearms trailing. There we go. Now you'll see that because I'm playing that movement, I'm losing a little bit of distance. If I now show you draw spin, there'll be quite a lot of difference. Okay, let's just change the colour of the vapor trail. We'll do it in white. How's that? Okay. So, these shots we're going to aim to the right as though there is a tree in the way. So starting off aiming down the white line, I go round the circle to my left, the club face has gone with me. Okay, so little draw spin shot. See that? Even that little shot there, and if you're playing links golf and want the ball to run, then chipping is in the draw spin family. Okay, aiming right, slightly bigger motion this time. Just using my hands. And because the shaft is over the ball and the blade is aligned well, it seems to cancel out perfectly. The ball always comes back the right amount. Okay, aim right at the tree. Okay. So that's about a 3/4 distance. Now you can see my 3/4 distance shot is going as far as my full fade, because the draw spin shot, the top spin, is stronger than the back spin. So here we go. This is a full use of the shoulder and forearm. So this will be hopefully a nice draw right to left. Great. So I've hit that 3/4 swing, and you see the ball's gone up to the flag. Okay. So it's not complicated. If you can play backspin in tennis and topspin in table tennis, if you have the ability to spin the ball or spin a pebble across the pond, if you've got natural ability in your hand, there's no reason that you can't learn to draw the ball or fade the ball. And to quote Ben Hogan, he says you can put fade on a ball and you can put draw on a ball, but you can't put straight on a ball. And if Mr. Hogan thinks that, then that's good enough for me. So most of the shots we hit have a bit of curvature. All you've got to do is control that curvature.